These protesters look well at home with their placards and banners, and given this demo marks France's 9th national one-day strike since January, so they should. In this latest French revolution, President Macron is being cast as latter-day royalty ripe for removal after pushing through an increase in the country's pension age without a vote from Parliament. The president insists that France needs to do this, but to many the move will trash the long-treasured image here of a good old age, and anger is rising almost as high as the litter that lines the roadsides of central Paris.
There's a lot of tension in the air here, but at the same time, much gaiety too, musical instruments and people singing. But all this could change if one missing ingredient appears, and that's the police. If they start confronting this huge crowd, things could change very quickly.
5,000 police are out in the city today, waiting for the relative bonhomie to be replaced by violence. And they don't have to wait long. Clouds of tear gas fill the air as fires erupt and tempers flare.
I'm here with my friend because we are angry because of everything that our government has done. First, the fact that we have to work 2 more years, it's unacceptable. I'm a student, I can't always, but every time I can, I'm going to come here and fight and be on the front line because I don't want to give up on democracy. That's how it starts, every time.
Just as I suspected, as soon as police showed up, it's all kicked off. We've had bottles and rocks pelted at the police and all these side roads. Meanwhile, they've been pushing people back down this main avenue for the march, and things are looking like they could take off even worse with fires in various parts of the town now. It really is getting difficult.
I'm usually not for violence, but the government uses violence, and that forces us to retaliate with violence. Unfortunately, none of history's great revolutions were achieved with a bunch of roses. What's a shame is that I've been joining protests for 20 years, and I've seen how police violence has intensified. We used to be able to go protesting as a family with our kids, and that's not the case anymore.
But you don't need to be a supporter of the French president to disagree. This woman runs a cafe not far from the protests.
It's completely ruined our business. This month my staff aren't earning enough anymore. All the businesses are struggling. We simply can't work, so it's not okay that the strikes are carrying on. It means I won't be able to pay all my bills and wages at the end of the month.
What do you think about President Macron? On the streets, people are holding pictures up of him saying they want him gone. What do you think?
Macron's finished.
Emmanuel Macron does, of course, have his supporters, having been elected with a big majority in last year's elections. But it was hard to find any on these rubble-strewn streets. Nonetheless, the French president looks unlikely to back down on increasing the pension age, however many bricks and bottles his opponents may throw.